Well, hello traders and welcome to another TraderSync video. In this tutorial, we'll be going through order entry. So we'll follow the steps and do a mock trade and get that entered into our journal. So let's get started. As you go to your TraderSync and you'll be at your dashboard, so it looks like this. You have to click in order to enter a trade, click Add a Trade. So let's just do a mock trade here. And in this one, we'll just follow the steps. Make sure market is Forex. Portfolio, you can decide whichever portfolio this is for. In this one, we'll just put this into a simulator back testing. Let's do a symbol here. So let's do Aussie Kiwi. So if the symbol doesn't show up in the list, that's okay. Just type the whole thing in and click enter. We're going to be selling this at about 107 and 100,000. So we'll just do a one standard lot, and that'll cost us about $2.50. As soon as I click save, and notice the journal will have that trade entered in already. So notice that I have the trade entered in here. Now I can go in and add a little bit more information about the trade. So it's a quick way to just get that entered. If you are, I always recommend doing it simultaneously. So as soon as you enter a live trade, get that journal right away. And once you have time, then you can add more information. You can add more information. So first thing first, we want to tag this trade by assigning or tagging a setup to it. So that will come in very handy when you're trying to run the reports. So let's say in this one, I was using a bearish reversal setup. So I can say bearish reversal, click enter. It's now tagged. And mistakes, something that you can do as a postmortem on a trade. Once you close out a trade, then you can say, hey, this was a setup, but if there was a mistake made on a trade, then you can get that documented there as well. As far as the trade chart goes, so the charts will be available once the trade is closed. So it will actually show your entry and exit. And then if you are going to enter a screenshot, you are also able to do so by clicking and say add an image. You can also go in and add notes and say, hey, this is more of a counter trend trade. Again, we're just making things up here. Click enter. And then things get saved here. So notice that you don't really have to click a save button anywhere. You just click anywhere, and then it will get it saved. The only two options that are only part of the premium feature is the target and stop losses. So you can actually add a target in there. You can add a stop loss in there, and that will get that recorded as well. But since we are on the basic account, then that option is not available. But as we go back, notice that now I have a little bit more information tagged to it. Aussie Kiwi, we got a one lot, and this was a bearish reversal strategy. So in order to close out of this trade, the best, easiest way is by clicking another trade, because when you're closing it out, you're actually going out and making another trade. So let's go back, Aussie Kiwi. So in this one, we are going to be buying this back, and type in Aussie Kiwi. Click enter, and so this is the same portfolio. It'll be automatically over there. And let's say we close it at about 106.50. So, and same 100,000, make sure it's the same, if you're closing it out fully, then it's the same position size. And we got $2.50 in there as a commission. Click enter, you save it, and your trade should now automatically be closed out. So you can see that the Aussie Kiwi trade, we entered at about 107, closed at about 106.50, and our return on that trade was $354.79. So once I click on this trade, since the trade is closed, we can go in and let's say, hey, I can say closed out too early. So these mistakes are the ones that you can also track over time. You can actually add more than one mistake. Say I closed out too early, and say I was also trading the double markets. So let's use that as an example. So that way, this is where you can go and add a little bit more information about that trade. So go back to your portfolio and notice that your trade is already entered here. So this is again a quick step on how you can enter a trade and how you can enter close a trade, and in between the process how to tag your trades as well, so they're all coded properly for future reporting.